Hey guys and gals, and welcome back to the Phantom Cast. Today, I'm going to be going over my 2025 high country / early season layering system that I'm going to be using today, or this year. There's been quite a few changes. As I've talked to you before in earlier videos, want to swap things out. We're going to dive on into my reasonings behind it and what I have switched to. With that said, let's get everything else fun out of the way here. So still, like before, not paid, not sponsored. I haven't reached out to get any kickbacks or discounts or anything like that on any of these items. I paid full price for all these items. These companies have no idea who I am, and it's probably going to remain that way for quite some time in the foreseeable future. So that being said, this is my opinion and my opinion alone. So take what I say with a grain of salt, and just know that I'm not bought and paid for. So, all right. So, all that crap out of the way. Let's dive on into why you're actually here and what you might be listening for. Okay, as always, in all our other videos, we're going to start from the feet up. Okay, starting out, my tried and trusty true crispy Wyoming boots. I love these boots. I've been rocking them now for this will be technically year 4. I started running them in fall of 2022, so if you count that year, then you can do math. So 2022, 23, 24, and now 25. So this will be year 4. These things have been rock solid. Feet stay dry, waterproof. Treads not tore up. They're very well broken in. They've been an outstanding boot. Cannot recommend them enough if you're looking for a really good synthetic boot. I haven't ran any of their leather boots or anything like that. I did get a little bit nervous. I haven't been able to really find these locally, like on the shelf or anything like that. I got these at Sportsman's. Don't see them on the shelf at Sportsman's, and actually don't see them on the shelf at Shields, but you can find them online. So that makes me feel good that you can still find them, and I'm still very, very happy to recommend them if you're not looking for a super tall boot. Okay, so this being an early season layering system, I still am going to be going back into the high country area with that mule deer tag that I had last year. So the 2 socks, again, I've just learned, I've pretty much ditched that lightweight sock. A lightweight sock from Darn Tough. It's a decent sock, but it's just not suitable for like whenever the weather gets kind of cold or anything like that. I've just found that I really like the midweight sock, even in those warmer temps, 70-ish plus degrees and lower, even in down like the 30s. I still really like utilizing the midweight sock. So with that being said, midweight sock is going to be going with. The heavyweight sock, though, is probably going to be going with as well, just in case. I've learned that I've been able to get away with that midweight sock if it starts to get kind of gross and crusty, which it does after about day 4 or 5, somewhere in that time frame. With this merino wool, it's actually really, really good, and I really don't run into that problem. If I have to, then I'll rinse it out. But I do throw in the heavyweight sock just in case those temperatures really drop and I need to keep my feet warm. Or at night, and I'm in my sleeping bag because right now I don't have a hot tent. I just have a 15 or 20 degree sleeping bag that I have. And so if those temperatures do drop, it is nice to have a heavier weight sock to throw them on real quick, keep the feet warm at night. Those things have been awesome. Been running those now for pretty much the same amount of time I've been running the crispy boots as well. So in conjunction with the 2, it's a great pair. Like Darn Tough is great. I know there's other great companies as well, but I'll recommend Darn Tough. That's what I've ran, and that's what I'm familiar with, and so far they've been awesome. These are the same original socks, this midweight socks here, the same original socks that I purchased when I bought these boots in 2022. So I think that speaks volumes. I'm in my boots a lot, and I'm in those a lot. So, all right. So a pair that I have found that just pair really good. They go hand in hand together. And I know I've said it before. I rarely go anywhere without gaiters. So these are the Yukon Katana Gaiter, or sorry, these are the Kuiu Katana Gaiters. They've done very well for me. They've taken great care of me. I'm sure you can see how dirty they are. They are beat up. The belt loop here on the bottom has maintained. It's in great shape. It's a little bit chewed up. You can see some of the material there starting to whiten and starting to get a little bit weak there on the bottom. But that's after years of using them. And I've had these before. I've had those boots. So I've been running these now for legitimately 5 years at this point. And they've been great. They're still pretty waterproof. The tops here have started to kind of soak through. But other than that, I think from kind of tops down, they've really done a fantastic job. The top band, like all Gaiters, has worn out. So this guy tends to slip and slide. And even when I get it tightened down, it's just not tight. The bungee, the springiness in it, it's just not what it was before. So these tend to slide down. So that being said, these guys are officially retired. So tossing those off to the side. So what have I switched to? I've mentioned them before, and I'm having a lot of faith in this company now. So I have switched to the Stone Glacier's SQ2s. These things are just absolutely rock solid. Yes, they are a little bit spendy. They're $130, if I remember correctly. So it does hurt a little bit, but it goes into the idea of buy once, cry once, right? If I'm going to buy a product, I want it to be good. I want it to do the job that I needed to do without any concern. And so I'm really excited to test these guys out and run them. They're very robust. I was very impressed with them last year when I got my hands on them. Unfortunately, I just wasn't able to buy any prior to me going out because they are spendy. They really are spendy. The only thing I am kind of concerned about, it might just be me. I mean, the katanas, that was a plastic hook. This is a smaller hook, but it is metal. So that's probably just me being weird about it. But I think it's going to be totally fine. And then the only other thing I'm semi-worried about is this little core here being exposed against like sharp granite and shale. But so far with Stone Glacier, I've been proven wrong on some of the things I've been skeptical about. So I'm not expecting any different with these guys. So I'm excited to try those guys out. The other thing that's nice about them is they do go a little bit higher than the Katana did. So I'll probably be able to traverse a little bit higher cricks if I'm moving through quickly with them and not getting anything wet. So I'm super excited to try those out. So next layer, again, merino wool underwear. Yes, these are Stone Glaciers, but quite honestly, you guys, if you get any good quality merino wool underwear, you're going to be happy. I was proven in so many different ways how much better in many ways having a merino wool base layer is than opposed to like a synthetic. It mitigates smell. It mitigates that nasty crustiness that you get with synthetic stuff. Yes, it does stay damp and doesn't dry as fast, but you know what? The trade-offs that you get with this, I'll take it all day. And it's more comfortable as well. So awesome. Again, it's Stone Glacier, but get what you want. I'm sure Kuyu's is fine. I'm sure Sitka makes some. Mountain Ops makes some. I mean, First Light. You can go on down the list and you're going to find some type of merino wool underwear and you're probably going to be happy with it if it's a high quality one. So the next layer from there, this isn't changing. These pants, these pants have been awesome for me. They've survived last year totally fine. The spring, I didn't really get to go out a lot this spring, unfortunately. Second year in a row, but it's fine. I still wear them any chance I get when I go out, and these pants have been awesome. I don't see myself really looking to switch to anything else. I really don't. These are the Stone Glacier Havalon pants. Sorry, I should have thrown that name out sooner. They've been awesome. I don't want to sit up here and just like talk great and not have any negatives to say because I don't at this point. But these are what turned me on to Stone Glacier and why you're seeing some more Stone Glacier stuff in my lineup. They are the heavier duty pant, but I've learned that it's fine. I can open those zippers up and I'm fine. It's been an awesome pant. Okay, so now we're going to run into a few more changes. So I was kind of looking for something that could bridge the gap between a couple of things and kind of do both things gooder or well. I'm trying to downsize on how much crap I do take in the backpack when I'm going out, mitigate weight, mitigate space taken up in the pack. And I'm just finding that there's some things that I have that I've been taking that just really aren't necessary. So a couple of things I've been looking to downsize. So here's the Gila. I've been taking the Gila hoodie from Kuiu. I do like it, but it definitely is that fair weather, warm weather, not jacket, but warm weather garment. It's got no insulation properties, but that's not what it's designed for. It's designed to keep the sun off your back, keep your neck protected, all that stuff. I'm finding with the niche, with as much of a niche product as it is, it's just something that I'm probably just not going to take anymore. At least not in these types of hunts. I'll still wear it. So I'm looking to not carry this because it just, once the temperature drops, it's not worth anything. It's really not. So it's not the fault of the garment. It's just I'm not finding a real particular use for it at this point. So the next one I'm trying to get rid of. So I'm falling in love with using merino wool base layers. This shirt. So this is the merino wool 125 weight tee. It's been a good shirt for me. It's starting to wear out. So I've had it now for 4 years, 5 years. This will be year 5 running this shirt. And it's just got some holes in the back. It's still been a good t-shirt. It's just, I want something a little bit maybe heavier and something that'll cover up my arms. So again, nothing wrong with that. It still is a good base layer. I'll still wear it on other hunts as like that base layer, but I'm looking to not carry it in the pack with both the Gila and the merino wool tee, because I've been carrying both of these. Okay, so the next layer, so I'm trying to knock out 3 layers with 1 at this point. So the next layer that I'm kind of trying to replace, especially in early season, so I found with this guy, so this is the Peloton 200. I found with this guy, it is warm, and I was wearing it a little bit this last fall. I mean, I really was, but anytime it gets up in those higher temperatures, it's too warm. It's too warm, which it's not a fault of this. And then when it gets down like the 40s and 30s and you're out moving around, then it's good. But I'm trying to find something that'll bridge the gap between everything. I'm trying to lessen weight. So there is a chance I do take it, but like I said, I'm looking for a garment that's going to replace all 3 of these. So I'm not taking all 3 of them, and maybe only 1 of the 3. But that'll be kind of more of a game time decision depending upon weather. So the garment that I was looking at and have got at this point now, so this is the Stone Glacier Chinook hoodie. So it's, if I remember correctly, it's like that 170 weight, grain weight or whatever they call it, for merino wool. So it's thin enough to where I'm not going to get super hot hiking around in this when it's a little bit warmer. It has this half length zipper in the front, so if I do get hot, I'm able to unzip that, let heat barrel out of this thing if needed. So I'm really hoping that this guy performs and takes over those 3 garments, especially with the merino wool properties. Like I said, it's not going to make me overheat, hopefully, and then it's also a heavy enough weight that it'll give me some warmth when those temperatures drop. And when those temperatures do drop, that way I'm not having to put layers on, take layers off. That's kind of what I'm trying to avoid here at this point. So this is the constant taking layers off and on. So I'm excited to try that. Why Stone Glacier? Again, the Stone Glacier pants have been great for me, so I'm expecting good things from this guy. It is merino wool, so it's not going to be as durable as like a synthetic, but the properties and the smell mitigation and all that stuff, I'm actually rather impressed with how merino wool has been, and so that's what I'm going to utilize. Get these guys out of the way. So next layer out, said many times I'm a big vest guy. So if I can throw on a vest when it's kind of starting to get a little bit chilly, I can throw on a vest and get away with it, I'm going to. So what you have on top of here, I did a head-to-head review of the Kuiu Axis vest and the Ridge Reaper vest. I still really do love this vest, but in all honesty, guys, like it feels weird wearing a vest and touting a vest and telling you guys and recommending it when it's not even made anymore. I mean, Under Armour's completely cut out their hunting line, so that's not the primary cause why I'm not going to be using this vest. But I feel kind of dirty if I'm recommending it. Like, yes, I'll still use the vest for personal stuff outside of hunting. Still is a really good vest, but not going to be utilizing the Under Armour vest. So here's the Axis vest. Not taking this guy for this hunt. This is a decent wind stopping vest. It does a good job, but not what I need. Okay. So the vest that I'm going to be utilizing now, again, is another Stone Glacier product. This is the Cirque vest. So it's got a little bit of the heavier Primaloft insulation in there with the hood. I've got some type of weird problem, so I like hoods. Any chance I can have a hood, I'm going to have a hood on it. So I'm going to be taking this guy. So if things do cool off and I'm wearing this, I'm going to throw this guy on over top and it should be solid. It should be solid. I'm excited to use this guy. I'm expecting good things. It's a good fit, fits well. Of course, there'll be a review at some point afterwards based upon my experience. Okay. So we're kind of flying on through this. So the next jacket out from there, if I need to throw it on. So this is my Peloton 240. You guys see me in this a lot. I do like it. It's a good wind stopper. If I have any type of insulation paired with this, like with that Under Armour vest on over top of this, money, set, good to go. So I'm not expecting any different with this Stone Glacier hoodie. But also, if I don't necessarily need the insulation and just need kind of that light extra jacket on top of that, then this is going to be it. This will stop the wind pretty well. I'm not going to say it's entirely windproof, but it does a really good job and it is fairly warm. So that will go with as well. All right, so now my outer layers. So this is also why I'm kind of downsizing. So here's my puffy, my Kuiu ultralight puffy jacket. Had it now for a number of years and it's still doing the job. Got some holes in the back down here at the bottom that I've had to tape off and keep the feathers inside. But if it does get really super cold, then I could put this on underneath my vest here, underneath my Peloton 240, and I'm going to be fine. So that's why I'm going to basically not need those other 3 layers that I was talking about. So trying to downsize, trying to lighten up the load a little bit here and give up some more space. So this is a great garment for sitting down and glassing. If it is a little bit chilly and you sit down, you got a little bit of sweat and start to get chilled, this will keep the chill off of you. It does great. I've had no problems with it. So, okay, the last one, and this, I ended up wearing this actually quite a bit this last year just because of the fog that would come in and out. It was a very wet fog, so things would just get soaked. But it's nice to have a rain jacket. I know many dudes run without a rain jacket, but fog, wet dew, anything like that, it is good to have a rain jacket. And I've just learned that I really like it. So this is coming with. I'm not taking the Axis jacket with me just because I don't need it. It was just extra weight, and by like the 4th or 5th day, it really wasn't needed. I ended up wearing my rain jacket more than anything, so I don't need it for this hunt. So that's staying. All right, so that's everything on my body. Okay, so now let's talk about accessories. So I still love my merino wool neck gaiter. I still take that. Wind picks up, really cold wind or anything like that. I like having the neck gaiter. Keeps the neck warm, protects the neck, all that good stuff. Still a big fan of that. Bugs, keeps bugs off your neck. It's good. And I'm not a big beanie guy. I don't like things covering up my ears from the top. I know I'm kind of weird, but if I can pull this up and kind of protect the lower chin, protect the bottom of the ears, it does very well with that too. Protect the nose, all that good stuff. So I do like having that with me. Okay, gloves. So last year it did get pretty cold up there. And fortunately enough, I did have old wool liners in the pickup when I relocated positions. So I was able to pick those up and utilize those underneath my Kuiu Guide X gloves. So these are warmer. They have slightly more insulation, but by themselves, they're just not that warm. They're really not. They're waterproof. They are a good glove, but they're just not super warm. And same with the attack gloves. The attack gloves, they're not waterproof at all, but I like having the attack gloves. So I'm still going to take the attack gloves. These will most likely be on when I'm up moving right away, but anytime the temperature does drop, these are going to go on, or any type of precipitation, rain, snow, sleet, whatever, these are going to be on because they're waterproof, or these will just get soaked. So now because of that, I've got the Stone Glaciers merino wool glove liners. Now they can be used as just a regular standalone glove. They got these grippy things here, and then they've got the touchscreen thumb and index finger. But I probably will not be using these by themselves because they are merino wool, and I want to keep them protected. So there'll be a liner to wear when I'm utilizing my Guide X gloves. Now, the moment you wear a liner with the Guide X gloves, they were great. My hands were never cold after I put those wool liners on. So these are a little bit thinner than those other ones. They fit better. I have a little bit better dexterity. So that'll be good. Alrighty, guys. So I think that is it for my 2025 layering system that I'm going to be utilizing for early season and this high country hunt that I have coming up in September. So, yeah, one thing I'm going to leave with you guys is, even in the last one that I did, like, all this stuff is cool, but get what works for you. All right. This all works for me. Some of the stuff I'm going to be trying out and testing out, but ultimately, at the end of the day, get what works for you. If you like a certain camo pattern with a company and it fits great for you, then run with that. Who cares? You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on gear to be good at hunting. To be good at hunting is going out and learning how to hunt. The gear is a benefit. It definitely is. Keeps you warm, keeps you dry. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't give you the edge that they try to sell you. A lot of that is mental. Learn what you're doing, learn the area that you hunt, wear what you like. Mixed companies, who cares? Who cares? So, or you can take what I'm saying and just go throw it out the window. Whatever works best for you guys. So, all right. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you guys take what I've been spewing out for the last while. And as always, be smart, be safe, be wise, and happy hunting.